Hi everyone, this is Laurel with Guided by Love, and I'm here to do a daily twin flame message. And this is with the Wisdom of Avalon deck and with the Lovers Messages deck. So let's get started. Let's get some messages for this day and or whenever you see it. What are the messages for this twin flame love? What are the messages? Whoop. Okay. It's funny that all of the other ones turned over and there's one that did not. Okay, so it says at the bottom of the deck, it says novice. Innocence, beginner, ignorance, new skill without practice, unstable curiosity. So this is, to me, this is really, and it's number 5, change. This is change in your, growth, spiritual growth for both of you. This is, no longer, I feel the novice is, walking away from ignorance. This is growing spiritually, using your gifts and practicing them along the way. This is, beginning. We all begin somewhere with our gifts, and this is using a new skill. This is, finding your way with it. So the more you practice, it's like a muscle, the stronger it gets. So that is, being a novice at your spiritual growth. We all start somewhere, and, this is starting out with some of your gifts that may be coming through. And recognize that there's no manual, that you just have to go and practice. Excuse me. You just have to go and have practice with it, and that starts, as you use them more and more, it becomes easier and easier, and you're no longer a novice. So I feel like this has to do with your spiritual growth. This has to do with your connection, deepening the twin flame connection between the two of you, deepening the foundational energy. There's the tree there, which has very deep roots and a very deep foundation with those roots. So overall message. And then we have, death. So this is transformation. And this is, of course, a number 10, which is new beginnings. After the transformation happening, changes happening within you, there's changes that happen around you. And that is, stepping into leadership, stepping into a new beginning, because, you've transformed the past. You've let go of the past, and it's stepping into, that new beginning, that leadership role that's meant for you. And we have partnership. This is the one that didn't flip over. So I was like, what is this? It's a number 5 as well. So we have 55. So double the strength of change going on in your connection, which is incredible. This is, that I see trust in the journey, trust in the power of your eternal love, that there's nothing that can break the bond between the two of you. And this is trusting. You see the X. Where did I see? Oh, right here. See the X, that's trust in the process, trust in your partnership, trust in your connection, basically, in your bond. It's deepening. It has a solid foundation. This shows each of you have been building a solid foundation so that you can come together and share in a stronger connection, an equal connection of giving and taking, of loving and receiving, so beautiful. And then we have the swan. Wow. So another sign of transformation. The swan, it says transformation, trusting your psychic gifts. So this kind of has to do with the overall message, the novice, that don't be hard on yourself, because you're both, um, growing spiritually. So you're, gaining spiritual gifts. You're stepping into spiritual gifts that you've always had, but you've never opened to them on this lifetime before. So this is trusting in your gifts, your psychic gifts, trusting in the transformation that's happening between the two of you. The swan is symbolic of the divine feminine energy, the godlike energy, the nurturing, the compassion, strength. This shows the strength of the feminine, the loving, that magenta universal energy. But this is, growing spiritually, transforming into who you were meant to be. And, we all carry that divine feminine energy. You and your person each carry it. And so this is developing that within you, opening to your spiritual gifts, transforming, fear into love, expanding. You see this swan, the wings opening, and this is, a sign of expansion. And we have burdens. So this is surrendering any burdens. This is a 7, so manifesting the surrender of any burdens, the release of any burdens, so that spirit can come in, work their magic, bring in, more of that connection from the heavens to the earth. You see the trees, which are connectors from the earth, deep within the earth, to the heavens. And so releasing more of your worries, your concerns, any burdens, to, have that connected, build that stronger connection between heaven and earth, releasing and surrendering. And then we have perception. Yeah, so this card is about changing the way that you're looking at a situation. In the twin flame journey, it's important to switch your focus from your person to you. Switch it from them coming together in a relationship to focusing on, giving yourself love, nurturing, growing spiritually, learning your lessons, stepping into your purpose. So that that is actually, when you do that, it's strengthening the overall bond between the two of you, and is actually pulling your divine masculine to you. So changing your perception, I feel, is, releasing any expectations, releasing the focus on them, and bringing it back to you, to nurture, to guide, to really love, bring that self-love into you. And that in turn pulls that connection, it pulls you back together quicker toward union. And then with last card out, we have another 5. So we have 555 in the cards today. And, I'll show you the 5. Communication. This is partnership, being a novice. And this is also the overall energy of being a novice in this connection. You both, this is the first time you've experienced this deep love. And so there's no guide to it. It's, as you step forward into yourself, into choosing yourself, into loving yourself and nurturing, guide, all that good stuff, it is creating a stronger bond between you, deeper roots between you and your person. And then we have the partnership that's forming as you do that. That has been forming, and focusing on the eternal love and the foundation you're each building brings in communication. And this is 41, which is a 5. And I just wanted to check. So communication may be happening on the 5D or the 3D. The 5D being the other side, the spiritual realm, and the 3D being the earth realm. But this communication is coming in as you focus on yourself, focus on your spiritual gifts. As you look at the connection from a higher perspective, the power of the love, um, the foundation that you're building as you learn and grow spiritually, this connection keeps growing as well. And communication coming in. So this is really beautiful to see. And, I feel like, again, this shows the not only communication with your person, but communicating more deeply with the earth, connecting more deeply with the earth when you go outside, connecting with the nature spirits and sprites and fairies. And I know I love to call them in when I go for a walk out in the woods. It's just so magical, and you just feel so much joy. So calling them in as you go outside, asking them to help you let go of anything that no longer serves, asking them to renew your energy as you walk. And this could be communication coming in from spirit, communication coming from your person, either in the physical or in the spiritual realm. So take it as it resonates. I love you all so much, and thank you for being here. Thanks for all the likes, subscribes, everything, comments. You make this channel really a success. Thank you for being here. Namaste.